Hey guys, I'm Rogan and this is my rant. We believe in the diversity of thought today here on this channel. Thanks for joining me. For those of you returning, I appreciate all the love and support on the channel. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. We talk about financial, physical, mental, and spiritual health on this channel in any way, shape, or form. When I speak from my own life experience, it's not meant to be direct or concrete advice like you should do this or you should do that. Everyone has their own unique life experiences, their own trauma, their financial situation, support networks. The list can go on and on. I'm just talking about my experience and how it may help others that could be a similar situation. So if you like content like that, hit that like button, and if you don't, you know what to do. All right, so getting into it today. So before I get into the nitty-gritty details of my opinions on this topic, I'm going to start the video with this. We're going to be talking about hustle culture today in this video. You'll see a lot of videos. They'll be in the self-improvement space. They'll be on YouTube. They'll be on TikTok and stuff like that. They call it the rise and grind or the grind set, the play on words mindset, you know what I mean. So they're always like, well, if you're not waking up at 5:30 in the morning and you're not working 12 to 16 hours a day, then you're never going to get ahead in life. Or you're never going to make the millions you want. Or you're never going to grow your business or be one-man show, own your own business. This YouTube channel in of itself could be a business someday, right? But what they don't tell you is that they put the guise of self-improvement over this. Now, I have nothing wrong if you want to work your ass off for 12 to 16 hours a day and you put in that time and effort over months and years, and eventually you grow in a business that's a multi-million dollar or like a six-figure business. I'm not knocking the people that want to work very hard. There's some people that don't want to work as hard. I think everybody, they want to have a lot of money, right? Everyone wants to have a lot of money so they can have a lot of toys, right? But if that's not important to you, like that's not super important to me, is it really worth working that hard? Like who are you doing it for? I know some people's purpose is bigger and more focused than someone like mine. Like my purpose, I figured this out a little while ago, is it's just like helping people, like my friends and family, my support structure with little things or like advice or something like that, or like helping someone less fortunate. Like, my purpose when I wake up every day that makes me happy to get up is like, helping people and making a difference. Well, still taking care of myself. That's the most important thing. You got to look out for your own health. And, that being said, if you like to live a modest life and you just want to, level up in your career and make more money, work 8 to 10 hours a day, that's completely fine. This type of lifestyle and mindset is not for everybody because, what they don't talk about is the burnout you will experience if you do this for long enough. You will get tired. You will become unmotivated eventually. If you're very driven and focused and stuff like that, it may take you longer to achieve that same level of burnout. But you see it all the time. You see these YouTubers, they come and they make these like personal videos like something that I'm making right now, and they talk about personal stuff and how they need to take a life break or like a life balance because they're getting burned out from all this editing and scripting and overly produced content and that type of stuff. And it's like day in and day out, they have to keep producing content. They can't take a day off. They can't because they won't get the revenue. They won't get the growth. They won't get the clicks. They won't get this and that and this and that. Now, YouTube is just one business. You could start e-commerce business. You could start any type of business that you really want to start. But the problem that I'm trying to get to, if I get to it, is that you're sacrificing your health. It's like, well, I only run off of 4 to 6 hours of sleep per day. It's like, oh yeah, well, how wired on caffeine are you? And like, how is that affecting your sleep? I guess everybody's different. Like some people, they don't need that much sleep and stuff like that. But like if you know yourself, if you truly know yourself, and you need 7 to 9 hours of sleep to function, and you're hustling and you're grinding and you're like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta work so hard, but your physical health will suffer. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we talk about health, that type of thing on this channel. I'm not saying don't have big goals and big dreams and like follow your passion. Following your passion can be good in some scenarios, but sometimes following your passion, it leads you down an avenue that you may not have the aptitude for, or you may not be the best at doing something else that may be considered the safer route might be something better for you. I'm not saying don't have big goals. That's not what I'm saying. Is like you can't avoid your health. You know, if you don't take care of yourself in your 20s, you're going to suffer in your 30s. If you continue to not take care of yourself in your 30s, you will suffer in your 40s. And then it goes on and on and on and on and on. Luckily, 4 years ago, I started really taking better care of myself. I'm still working on myself, you know, my physical health. My mental health is pretty good most of the time. Sometimes it isn't, but that's what, you know, things are for. You know, like therapists, and like I attend support group meetings, and my medication and that type of stuff. So, you know, you have, because you only get one body, right? And if you're what's the word, if you're neglecting it or you're beating it down and you're really stressing yourself out and stuff like that, you know, I guess what I want to end this video on is like life is all about balance. You know, like my grandfather, you know, he always used to tell me, God rest his soul, you know, everything in moderation. You gotta have a balance in life. Is it worth it to you to have millions of dollars that, you know, you buy all these fancy things to impress all these people, and you can, or you can save and invest it really well, and like, oh, you can say you have millions of dollars and something to pass on to your kids or something to pass on to your family. That's great, but are you really willing to sacrifice all of that for your health? Now, I get it. You could work 10 to 20 years and make so much money that you could retire early, and you could front load all of that work. And so like, I understand that argument is like, would you rather suffer now and pay later? But, you know, sometimes your health will catch up to you. You know, you may think have a ton of energy and you're on top of the world and you're 25, 30, 35, but eventually Father Time catches up with you and you're going to feel like crap. Now, that's not the case for everybody, but this is just the argument I'm making. And of course, I know I've told you this before. Of course, I'm very opinionated on this channel, but you got to do what works best for you. Like I said, me personally, I have a full-time job. I do this as a hobby. I have a couple other hobbies that I could turn into a business someday, but they're hobbies. They're something fun that I enjoy. And no, I don't make a lot of money, but that doesn't matter to me. And if that doesn't matter to you, if you want to keep your bills low and your expenses low, and you want to work and you want to make between $40,000 and $60,000 a year and live a comfortable life where you're not trying to impress anybody, you're just doing it for yourself, well, then do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Like if your friends or your family, they have all these flashy things and they work so hard, they're just, it's a never-ending hamster wheel. Like you get my point. I'm very tangenty and ranty right now, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope you like it, and if you didn't, make sure you smash that dislike button. Gives me a chance to improve, make better content, make more content, and then just get better overall with what I'm doing. Hit that subscribe button, it's free, and that notification bell. It might work, it might not. I would love to hear what you have to say about this topic in the comment section down below. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.